Welcome, Angry Faithful, to the What the Hell Friday episode. Hopefully Bill can hear us.
What?
Can you hear us?
What?
I have a plastic fork and I'm not afraid to use it, Bill.
All I did was shut down StreamYard and open it.
Yeah, it does that. I don't know why. Today on the Friday political podcast, or we say political, we do go a little bit of political side mostly, but sometimes we just find news that we thought was interesting and we let everybody know. And we make a long video and tear it to clips, and that's the only thing that actually gets any kind of views or clips. But anyways, Bill, I guess Pam Bondi's out as AG.
Yeah, hold one moment. It's gonna blink for a minute. There. I had to turn on screen sharing. But anyway, Pam who?
Yes, we did that joke earlier.
We can still do it for them. Is it a joke though? When's the last time we've really heard any update about people in handcuffs from her? Never.
The only thing we actually heard from anything, we've heard from Kash Patel on the arrest that he's made. He made several arrests. One of the arrests was a human trafficking ring. Another thing, last time I heard anything was her time on the in Congress, and all that she was saying is goobity gop. So, yeah, I guess we'll take goobity gop.
Well, I really don't like one of the options to replace her. And it's not like I don't like him, and it's not like I don't think he could do a great job. I just don't want him out of his current position.
Who's that?
Lee Zeldin.
Oh,
he is a pit bull running the Environmental Protection Agency.
Wait a minute. Who's because the person that's taking like the reins right now is the guy that
yeah, it's temporary.
Yeah, it's temporary.
Who is it that people are saying they would like to see from Texas? Is it Paxton? I get all those guys confused. But whoever, which one it is, they were like, he could never get confirmed. And they're right.
No, there was even stuff of DeSantis. Rumors, just rumors.
Yeah, I hadn't heard that one.
And I don't think he's going to step down from governor to be the AG.
No, I wouldn't want him to. I kind of hope they keep with their present trajectory of we're going to impeach Trump. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, what are you going to do for the American people? Impeach Trump. And impeaching, all it is they can say, "Oh, we impeached him." I mean, idiots. He's not going to get removed because the Senate wouldn't give him get the votes to remove him. So all the hell it is so they can say, "We impeached him."
Yeah, that's the main thing that I'm pissed off about. Always and this is coming from both sides. All they're doing is placating to get voters because they can only stay in there for 2 years and they have to keep the process going. And all they have to do, I mean, there was they had one of the Doge votes this week just to get rid of it. And it was 187 yays and 286 nays. and there was like 60s Republicans, and it would have saved us money. It was NEG, and it would have
NED.
was it NED?
I didn't know that they had a vote on it. National Endowment for Democracy. Is that what you're talking about? I didn't know if they had a vote on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not gonna. Democrats brought that back. I think they brought it back in the damn budget bill that we caved on. You know, no one knows just how much we caved on it because what happened after the budget bill? Someone's mother got taken away, and that was like 3 weeks in the news.
Yeah.
Okay, some people might have been interested in it, but over and oh, really? Something just popped up. Trump requests $152 million to turn Alcatraz Island into a federal prison.
That was one of the things that was getting popped in.
That came in. That came in today from USA Today.
They were talking about it a long time ago.
They were talking about it, but I guess he made the formal request.
Yeah. Huh.
Okay. That's
my God. Here's another weird thing. Over $1 trillion exits New York. Cost of living is going to go skyrocket.
I think we
Alliance Berkshire has completed their exodus from Manhattan to Nashville. They decided employees' quality of life, cost of living, taxes, crime, and so many other issues that makes it difficult to do business in New York just isn't worth it anymore. Without a high values business to help support the socialist economy in and around New York City, New York is going to suffer. What is that? What do they do? What is Alliance Bernstein? Or is it Bernstein or Bernstein?
No, not sure.
Let me see what they do. Because this just popped out. Oh, it's an investing firm.
Global asset management firm worth approximately $875 billion in assets under their management.
Yeah. Good Lord.
Bye.
Well, pretty soon, I think in this year. This year, it might be the opening of Y'all Street.
Who?
Y'all Street.
Yeah. Hadn't heard that one. Hadn't heard that.
Yeah. They've been trying to get a thing for stock market for the longest while, and this is the biggest chance right now. But the problem that we're having right now is it's not a mass exodus, but there's a lot of people that we are in a decline. I guess from last couple of years. Yes, not a lot of people can handle Texas heat.
Who's in a decline?
Oh, the population
of Texas?
Mm-hmm. A small decline, but still a decline.
Oh, no.
God. There we go. I had something stuck in my tooth. So, Bill, what's the rest of the news?
No, Texas is not losing population.
I've seen some of them that said that they are.
Fastest growing state.
Florida, I know that.
The last numbers were up to July of 2025. Texas gained 391,243 residents between 2024 and 2025, almost double the growth of Florida. Well, did you see the No Kings idiots?
No, Bill, you can go ahead and tell us about that.
Well, I don't have any videos on them, but I can put some comments, a couple of comments that were made about them. I don't have the string of videos I wanted, but
these No Kings rallies actually look pretty representative to me of the Democratic coalition. I saw people flying the hammer and sickle in New York City. I saw Hezbollah flags. I saw Hamas flags. I saw Palestinian flags. I saw trans signs. I see weirdo liberal boomers out there. This is pretty representative of the Democratic coalition, and that's who funds it as well, by the way. And so I think if America looks at this and says, what do the two parties stand for? They got it at the No Kings rally.
No, I think if you Americans were out there, out there, Republicans.
You like hammer and sickle? You like hammer and sickle flag?
That's not what that No King stood for.
They had a bunch of them.
That, and that is
they come from somewhere.
All right, No Kings rally? I did. I went to 6, and I'll tell you, there's so much excitement.
6?
There's so much energy. Yeah,
a lot of free speech.
I'll get you a T-shirt.
That's a lot of free speech for a country with a king.
That's a lot of free speech. And I'll tell you, there's so much.
These No Kings rallies.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. We don't have a king. Y'all, everybody wants to complain. We got to get around. He's opposing team. He's the opposing team. Bill, guess what? He's the opposing team. We should hate him. Guess what? He's the president of the United States. Fuck off.
No, their whole movement succeeded. We have no king.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. Because if a king was around and he saw that and he didn't like it, he would cut off the heads.
But here's the deal. Everyone's laughing. Everyone's going, oh, look at the idiots. Yeah, they're not going anywhere. They're not doing anything. Okay.
Yeah, it's the
There
first.
was over 500. There was over 500 groups, and I missed the conference call. I was going to listen to their big conference call of 8 million people that they had Tuesday, but I missed it. But I looked up some of it. Yes, and what's the deal? Is everyone's discounting them? It's the same group. It's the same group who just traded in their no ICE signs. Yeah. They traded in their We Heart Ayatollah signs. It's the same group. They are behind the scenes, the same group. And much of the No Kings, I know they talk about George Soros, and much of the No Kings is this guy Weiss from Switzerland. And as his sister writes, he wants to, I think it was, the word was reimagine the Constitution.
It took him 2 tries to get that thing right.
What?
The Constitution.
Yeah, but he's changing it through the courts. He's changing it through these protests. He's changing it through all the judges. He's changing it through environmental activism that has gone totally fucking whacked in the United States.
Yeah.
Now, people say George Soros, but George Soros, there's a lot of groups besides, Indivisible, one of the main ones. In Wichita Falls, you saw No Kings, mainly funded by Indivisible. You didn't see the side idiot groups. You didn't see those. A lot of those, Hammer and Sickle Flag and all that, those are funded by George Soros, and they're also funded by Neville Singham in China.
Yeah.
But they're about to pivot. They're going to pivot from no ice, because what is no ice doing? It may be riling their base, but is it getting conservatives? Is it really pulling independents maybe a little bit?
No,
but I think
because
that's gonna ease up.
they had some kind of win because they got rid of Pam Bondi. Or not Pam Bondi, but Chrissy Knowles. God, I can't remember names.
Yeah, Christy Nome, but they took it as a win, but I don't really think it was. She did handle Minnesota really bad. I have to say.
Yeah.
And then they had to send Tom Homan in to clean it up. He cleaned it up. He really. I hate it because I really liked her. I mean, okay, everyone made fun of the commercials, but when she did her plumbing thing, I went, "That's me." When she did her electrician thing, I went, "That's me." You know the Hotter Than Hell 100 that was that's out here. I volunteered one time. Hold on, I volunteered one time, and I was in the tent that was right before Hell's Gate. It's a big race we have in Wichita Falls, and this is going back to her electrician thing. We had pickle juice flavored snow cones, is what we had. They had a big quad box on the ground that powered everything in the tent, setting below the snow cone machine. I went, I need to move that. Yeah, envision about 10 feet straight back up in the air.
That's funny, Bill. But instead of showing like funny videos, how about you do your job? That's the whole thing about all this stuff. Yes. Is it cool? Is it glamorous? Yes. Is it entertaining? Oh, absolutely. But is she not doing her job? Absolutely. That's the reason she went down to Guatemala, or no, El Salvador. Yeah, El Salvador, just to do a video thing of the prison. Don't even care. I honestly don't care. They are pushed back into El Salvador. The Maryland man that was here illegally and broke the law, sent back to El Salvador, and people are like, oh, we need to bring him back. He's not an American citizen. It's called kidnapping if you bring him back. So, yeah, I don't want to know who the DHS is. I shouldn't know their name. There's certain people that you should know the name in the administration. DHS shouldn't know their name. The FBI director, kind of. Secretary of State.
You gotta know the leadership.
You can know the leadership if you're a fanatic, but you shouldn't know them at all in reality. There's certain parts of the administration. Now, if something's fucked up, like what happened in Minnesota, yes, we would know what that person's name. The transportation person from the Biden administration, I shouldn't know his name. And I shouldn't know that he's a fuck up, because I found out about it during Biden's administration because he fucked up a chemical spill, like royally. He didn't have the cleanup. He didn't know what he was doing. But in all reality, there's certain branches of the government you really shouldn't know anything about unless it's fucking up. If it's working like a supreme machine, then bam, there you go. We should know everything about that. Now, if it
Do we know what she's doing now?
some shield thing.
Yeah, we know where she went, but
Nobody knows because they gave her a job that we shouldn't fucking hear from her ever again. It's the same thing.
Wait.
It's the same thing with Pam Bondi. Okay. After she gets out, because she's not fired. Okay. She's out as an AG. They're moving her into a different position. I know that much because it just happened recently. And if you notice, he doesn't really fire anybody as of right now. They're just he's just moving the chess pieces over. It's like, hey, I can't use you that much anymore. What I need you to do is I need you to just go on the side of the road on the chessboard. We're just going to keep you there. And the Christy No thing gets even worse because we found out, and I thought this was an April Fool's thing. Okay. I really did. He had an OnlyFans showing that he had tits. I think they found out about it. And they were like, there's no coming back from this. Because she ended up getting a divorce. She was seeing somebody else. And rightfully so. Good on you. But no, Bill, we shouldn't know these people. I know that you're like into the political landscape and you know these people, like you deep dive this stuff because that's your tism. But in all reality, for the common man that just goes in and just wants to do his job, get his paycheck, and hopefully the government didn't steal that fucking much money, I do believe no one cares. We care about who's the president of the United States. Gas prices are up more, even though we're still doing what 2 to 3 weeks. We watched the announcement on Wednesday. Me and I should have had you come on Wednesday to help us out on that one. But yeah, in all reality, we shouldn't know these people's names at all. We should know is like, oh, okay, is he doing a good job? All right, that is good to me. That it's a pat on the back, POB, and we're off. But I understand, like, if the only time frame that you should know anything is if something's like really ridiculous. It's like, hey, why is my paycheck $300 short? Oh, it's a new tax. Oh, maybe I should look into this. Look into it. Come to find out, there was a bill. Now, that stuff we should be informed of. Hey, they're voting on a new bill. Call your congressman. It's going to cost you probably around $300 on your paycheck each week. Yeah, I would contact my congressman and tell him say no. But that's the stuff that we need to be informed of. We don't need to know these people. We don't need to be entertained by our government. We don't. Do I wish that there are times that, Donald Trump just does his job, reports what he's doing? I know it's a open administration. I love it. And there's certain things that I don't need to know, like what we're doing in El Salvador. We're not doing anything in El Salvador. Anyways.
But El Salvador, he has done a great job. He has turned El Salvador into a paradise.
Oh, yes. I've seen that.
Know what happened to me.
Bill, there we go. On stuff like these that has music, to be on the safe side, mute it. But yeah, what we're looking at right now is a video of what happened beforehand in El Salvador and what happened after. And this wasn't Donald Trump's doing. This is actually the president of El Salvador. What he did. It's now a vibrant community, clean, and very little crime. There's certain places I really do want to visit some places in South America.
I would go there, and I would go to Hungary
Uh,
and Poland.
I would go to I want to go back to Portugal. I didn't get to go to any of these South America countries, and I consider Mexico South America. I know people will hate me, but that's a couple of places I wouldn't mind going. I love Portugal. Portugal is great. I would like to visit Italy a little bit longer. Only got like a couple of days there. Same thing with I don't know about Germany. Germany is one of those places that I visited everything. They're nice people. I don't know. I got a feel that I didn't really like it all too much. What's the other place that I got to go to? Oh, I'll never ever go to France. Well, I would go to Normandy, but I would never go to Paris. Fuck Paris. Spain's
Hey,
another
I
one.
like Voyager.
I don't care about your views, Bill.
You said fuck Paris, right? Oh, you mean the city or the okay.
I said France and Paris. You just wanted to do a joke.
No,
and-
actually, I just heard Paris when I put the headphones on. That's all I heard.
but no, there's not that many places. I visited. I'm glad I visited a lot of the places in the United States, and I really do like. I love Texas. I love Texas a lot because you really don't have. You have everything. You can go to East Texas and you can visit like great forests. If you want to hill and canyon countries, you can go up to the Panhandle. I don't recommend it during the winter time. All that cold will cut you straight to the bone. Same thing for San Antonio and Austin area. They do have a lot of cave systems. That's pretty nice. And what's the other place?
The only cave I haven't been to is the cave. It begins with an S. Sonora. Caverns of Sonora.
Oh, and you can go to West Texas, go to El Paso, and they have a couple of cool mountain areas there.
I have been looking into that. I would like to go there. They have some yurts you can rent with telescopes, and some of the areas are actually dark sky areas.
Oh, you know what's going to be one of our videos pretty soon? And not to cut you off, because I remember we talked about ghost stuff. Have you heard the new Tesla stuff?
Is there a ghost in the? Is there a ghost in the machine?
No. What they've been doing? Okay, Tesla has this program on their on the Teslas to where it illuminates people that are on the sidewalk and stuff like that, and people are going to graveyards, and it pops up people that aren't even there.
So you're not making a reference to Death Race 2000?
No,
They're eliminating people on the sidewalk.
no.
Oh, look, extra points.
Yeah, I can't remember. I can't believe I referenced. I remember that. But anyways, Bill, we have 10 more minutes, and you said you got a couple of videos that you wanted to show to everybody that you thought were interesting.
Yeah, it's we've got the Environmentalists. They're ruining the damn world, and I I don't want to go deep into it, but I'm really getting fed up of the anti-data center zealots. And something I was going to say earlier about No Kings, the No Kings, Indivisible is a big organization behind No Kings. They are about to pivot. They're about to pivot to anti-data center. And this is what I was saying earlier. They're protesting, they're doing the anti-no ICE, and they're not getting voters. They're not getting conservatives and turning them to that side. They're going to pivot to the anti-data center because that is becoming, mainly due to the propaganda out there, that is becoming a bipartisan issue. And the organizations are so detailed that they're brainwashing the public, and they're going to peel off conservatives with that one issue. We need to tackle it. I've seen their toolkit. I've seen the no data center toolkit, a few dozen pages, and it goes, basically, I went to a city council meeting, and you saw the city council, a guy stood up and he's peppering them, hammering them with questions. And then I saw a 4A meeting for taxes, and same guy hammering them with questions. So one of their tactics is they hammer them with so many questions that there's no way the people up there can respond to them. There's no way the city council can respond to them. So they look like a deer in the headlights. Then they take that image. It's psychology. Then they take that image and show it as a sign of no transparency. That's just one of the things they do. And then they hammer archaic regulations and freedom of information requests. And they dump so much on there that they're stalling projects and getting them canceled.
Really?
Yeah, I'm really, I mean, I had one, let me see, did I put it up here? No, I don't have it right handy. Hold on. Be 1 minute.
That's interesting.
Yeah, every time they shut one down, they're cheering. There's a guy who's moving from one to another, fighting to shut them down. And the thing is, it's all pure propaganda. And there's a playbook of how they point to things that are completely irrelevant to certain data centers. The cooling system is different. It's like, okay, I was going to have a prop. Here's I don't have it. I was going to have this, but here's the best example that I can make. I have a Samsung phone, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
You have an iPhone.
Yeah.
Right. I've got a flip phone in my desk. Okay. In the garage, I have a Motorola bag phone.
Bill, get to the point. We don't have that much time.
The point is, oh, they're all the same because they're all phones. No, that's what they're doing with the data center argument. Oh, a data center does this. All data centers do that. They're not considering each one of them. They're not considering new technology. Every one of them is different. You have to look at every situation, and they're not. And it's working. It's working. I'm kind of getting disgusted of some of the stuff that pops up in my feed because I started looking at this. I can say Paul Rivera. He's so full of shit. He's someone, if you start looking at the anti-data center crap, he's going to keep coming up. They keep putting him and others in the Wichita Falls group. They keep shoving him in the Wichita Falls group. So that pivot I was talking about, I've looked at some of the national organizations. You're going to start to see the anti-data center groups specifically in Wichita Falls. And that's what they're doing. I went to a town hall yesterday evening. I went to a town hall, and I mentioned some of this. Unfortunately, shy guy in the back. I should have made some points, especially when they said our data center is going to use 5 million gallons a day. No, it's going to use 4 million gallons a year, and most of that is on landscaping and toilet sinks and all that. It's a closed loop system, but they're not considering that. They're not considering a closed loop system. They're not considering direct to chip. They just say, oh, data center, evil, 5 million gallons. And the rest of the people, oh, we're not gonna have anything to drink, and they're gonna dry us, and we gotta. No, it's all a bunch of fucking lies. And did you know the Wichita Falls is actually world renowned for its water reclamation?
Yeah,
And
because
water
they keep
saving?
on saying it's shit water.
No, one of them. Well,
Bill,
one of them is the newt system.
Bill,
One of them is the newt system.
Bill,
Huh?
that's the joke. Because we process our stuff in such a way, it's supposed to because we actually do the water that's flush the toilet and everything. It's literally shit water. It's not
Well-
shit water because it's processed to a fine point where it doesn't have shit in it.
Right.
Okay.
But the big
That's the reason why.
now the big system is Purple Pipe.
Okay.
Are you familiar with Purple Pipe?
No.
Well, the data center is going to use 4 million gallons. Once it's all built out in 2032, a golf course uses about 100 million gallons. But during the drought, we created a system of taking, this is the real shit water comment when you get into the actual technical of it. The shit water flows through Purple Pipe, and that waters things like the golf course. So instead of 100 million gallons of potable water, it uses 100 million gallons of non-potable, and then it's actually sent back to Lake Arrowhead. So it doesn't go through our filtration. It's not wasted. Goes back to Lake Arrowhead. And they have run that pipe to several locations. When we had that drought, David, when we had that drought and did the newt system, PPG, it was PPG at the time. Now it's Vitro. I didn't know this till recently. They ran the Purple Pipe out there, and during that drought, it saved, I'm drawing a blank now, 200 or 300,000 gallons of water per day.
Oh, nice.
And they're looking at this is going to get everyone nuts. A data center on Airport Road, the old call center.
Mm-hmm.
And what I haven't looked into yet is the Purple Pipe runs through there. They can use it for their landscaping. But anyway, that's the detail. And the point I was getting into with the environmental stuff was Michael Schellenberger. And he goes into the Hormuz crisis is the precipitating factor in the current energy crisis, but the underlying cause is too little oil and gas production outside of the Persian Gulf. Let me go ahead and
How long is it, Bill?
4 minutes 13 seconds.
No, we'll do it next week. Yeah, I really got to go to bed. Anyways, we got one last thing. Other than that, we'll get that next week. But this is what the astronaut for the moon, the first man, black man on the moon, has to say about that. Why did you not do that? There we go. Oh, it's buffering.
Canada was excited.
Yeah,
Canadian in space heading to the moon.
Yeah, because it's the only freaking place that will allow to have the metric system. We had to have them come with us. Anyways, everybody.
Is that a joke I didn't get?
Yeah. Anyways, everybody. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. I'm David Dickerman. Bill.
Oh, sound.
Bill,
That's 19 seconds.
thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. Love you guys. I'm David Dickerman.
I'm Wild William.
Thank you all. Goodbye.